What is up? What is up? What is up, folks? It is your main man JD in the building today, here to watch Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 3. So we are live right now, and the episode starts in less than 30 minutes. So I'm so glad that you are here, tuned in with us tonight to hang out and have a full-on watch party for this episode. So I am crazy excited. If you guys can hear me, please, someone in the chat, please let me know. We have had all sorts of technical difficulties with stuff on this channel from time to time, so I would love it if somebody were to tell me if everything is sounding correct on the stream right now. So please let me know, let me know. Because yeah, I just want to make sure this is working right. I made some changes and I got some things squared away, I think. So hopefully we won't have any problems with like dropping tonight or any of that stuff. So fingers crossed, eyes crossed, toes crossed, everything that I can cross is crossed right now, because I am hoping and praying that everything works out correctly tonight. So yeah, but tonight we're going to be watching Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 4. After last week's episode, it left us on sort of a little bit of a cliffhanger. It looks like they are going to go and attack Eagly, I guess, to pay back his attack on them. So yeah, and it looks like Chris is showing up, and he is just now getting I guess out of the alternate reality that he was in, and he is heading to his home, and in that situation he's going to run into the people who are trying to take out Eagly. So we should have an action-packed start to this episode after last week's episode sort of ended on that cliffhanger. But yeah, I really hope you guys are excited to tune in and watch this. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you can't tell, if you subscribe to this channel while I am online, like the little thing down there says, start a dance party, we'll start a little bit of a dance party. But yeah, I am so glad that you guys are here, super hyped. But yeah, let's get everything going. If you guys are in the chat and everything, please let me know how everything is sounding and if I am good to go. But if not, we are going to get everything popping right about now. And I had this set up, but obviously it's not now. Boom. Okay. So there we go. We're going to get started watching this recap from the good folks over at New Rockstars. And they recap the episode, so we're going to watch that as a little bit of a warm-up for our episode tonight.
Episode 3 opens 3 years earlier as we get confirmation that Amelia Harcourt's ex-boyfriend is none other than Rick Flag Jr., Joel Kinnaman, returning after...
Yeah, that one with Rick Flag Jr. definitely threw me off. Like, I was not expecting to see him alive. I don't like this version of Rick Flag Jr. because he kind of comes off as a little bit soft, a little bit of a softie. So yeah, it's kind of different to see him that way. But it was good to see him as a character back. And I know that this universe is a little bit different from the one that we are acquainted with in the DC Peacemaker universe, because obviously there's some things going on, some stuff is happening, and there's a lot of suggestions and rumors about what could possibly happen. And I know they're going to cover those in this episode of the breakdown as well. So we'll wait for them to get to that. Patrick Wheeler in the building.
What's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
If you are watching right now, I got somebody who would like to tell you to do something, because we need to have more subscribers to this channel. We got 537. We need to get up to at least 550 before the end of this episode. So
come on, do it, come on, do it now.
You heard Arnold. Do it now.
2021's The Suicide Squad. While at first I wondered if we were in this moment seeing the alternate universe that most of this episode takes place in, no. When we jump ahead to Rick's death on Corte Maltese, it is confirmed that this morning after scene was 3 years ago in the main DC universe, meaning that on the day Rick shipped out to Corte Maltese with Task Force X, he was in a relationship with Amelia Harcourt. And the depressed Amelia we've been spending the first 2 episodes of this season with has had Rick's as one of her exes. And the fact that Peacemaker killed this ex ex that she seemed to be getting along pretty well with is part of the reason she really doesn't like him. But this being true to the backstory.
Oh, okay. Now that's something that I was totally confused on then. So this version of Hardcourt is a version, or this is the version that we know, and this version had a relationship with Rick Flag Jr. So that's not the other one. I thought it was the other one, but interesting. Interesting. Cookie, who got a cookie? I don't have a cookie. Oh, put it down.
The DC universe also makes some other things that come up in the scene very interesting, like...
You ship out today. You should really be with June.
She's a sorceress.
And?
And I'm afraid if I break up with her, she's gonna burrow a hole through the planet.
Whoa! June is Dr. June Moon, aka Enchantress, who's played by Cara Delevingne in the 2016
Love me
David
some
Ayer
Cara
Suicide
Delevingne,
Squad,
man.
in which Joel Kinnaman also played Rick Flag. Now, in that 2016 film, there was a romantic relationship between Rick and June that was all part of Amanda Waller's manipulation of both of them in order for Waller to try to get control over the heart of the Enchantress spirit that was possessing June. But that movie ended with Rick crushing that heart to destroy the Enchantress spirit, freeing June so that Rick and June could be together. So now, this is an element from the Zack Snyder era of the DCEU that James Gunn is allowing to be canon in the DCU.
Yeah, allowing it to be canon, but it also is a little bit different because I had assumed that she had passed away in that version, and even though she had passed away or they had crushed the heart, so she wasn't going to be Enchantress anymore. But the way he just made it seem was that she could still turn into Enchantress. So that's a little different. I wonder what's going on with that.
Will it be Cara Delevingne who plays June Moon in the DC universe going forward? Will we ever see her? We'll see. Here's what James Gunn has said about this in the official After Show podcast.
You mention a girlfriend who could blow a hole in the earth.
That's the Enchantress who he ends up with in the original David Ayer's original Suicide Squad. So to make matters worse, because one of the big things we talk about in the show is what's canon, because between season 1 of Peacemaker and season 2 of Peacemaker, there is a big shift from the DCEU to the DCU. So most things are canon, but some things are not. Obviously, one thing that's canon is that Peacemaker killed Rick Flag Jr. in Corto Maltese, and you are Rick Flag Jr.
But just a reminder that while this is all a bit confusing, James Gunn has clarified that when it comes to retroactively deciding what is canon and what isn't, if it is referenced in Peacemaker Season 2 going forward or any other DCU title going forward, that history is officially DCU canon.
So yeah, I'm confused by that. It sounds like they're retconning some stuff and keeping some other stuff, so it's kind of hard to keep up with. But at least that little end part that Eric shared with us was that everything moving forward is going to be canon. So we shouldn't have to worry about going back and trying to understand some of the stuff moving forward. Hopefully they'll be able to keep up with all of it, because it gets kind of annoying and confusing when they decide to change things and retcon certain things and keep certain things ambiguous. Like, no, we need to know and understand what it is.
Don't worry, New Rockstars will be here to keep track of it all for you. But Enchantress would also be the latest sorceress that James Gunn has established in the DCU, along with Cersei, the Themysciran from Creature Commandos. And on the far end of that mural of past DC heroes that appeared in the Hall of Justice, James Gunn also included Sister Symmetry, aka Nimue Enwudu, who is a similar
Never
character
heard
to
of her.
Dr. Fate. She wears the cloak of Sira, and Sira is an entity called a Lord of Order, similar.
As I've said many times, like, I'm not the DC like buff like I am the MCU and Marvel comic buff. So a lot of the DC stuff, like, I'm learning as we go. I would say that I'm pretty well versed in it because I watch videos about everything that has to do with comic book movies, TV shows, actual comic books, everything. So like, I'm learning more, but I'm not like, I'm kind of an encyclopedia when it comes to Marvel stuff, not so much with the DCU stuff. Patrick says, just hope Disney doesn't get their hands on DC. Yeah, I hope not either, man. We need them to be separate in order to keep the rivalry available and ongoing, and also to bring competition to both of them. Now, if Sony was to fold and bring Spider-Man back to the MCU, I'd be okay with that. But as far as DC goes, we need this competition because I feel like it's going to bring out the best in both companies. And who wins in those situations? The fans like us.
To Nabu for Dr. Fate. Many of us thought that Dr. Fate, whom we saw played by Pierce Brosnan in Black Adam, the best part of that movie, if you ask me, might have also appeared on that mural, but he was not actually there. Still, there could be, and probably will at some point be, a new Dr. Fate in the DCU. And also, all of this happening 3 years ago is another bit of timeline context. It means that Amanda Waller's Task Force X deployment to Corto Maltese to cover up Operation Starfish happened. Then Chris recovered in the hospital until Peacemaker Season 1 kicked off, a season that ended with Leota exposing the corruption of her mother, Amanda Waller.
Pat says Vertigo, DC, Black Label over DC Comics. Yeah, I barely even know what you're talking about, but I do know that there is a difference, and I won't say that I'm super well versed in the difference between the two, but I do know that there is a difference, and I need to get my DC knowledge up, period.
Peacemaker Season 2. We also learned that Rick Flag Jr. and the DC Universe continuity had it bad for Amelia Harcourt and was even willing to incur Enchantress's wrath to burrow a hole through the planet, which suggests that Rick in this alternate universe has the same kind of love for her. We see on the nightstand is a bottle of wine and 2
I mean, we can kind of just pause it on this screen right here for a little bit.
glasses, so it wasn't a sloppy hookup. It was like a truly classy romantic night between the two of them. Now, the brief shots of Corto Maltese from the 2021 The Suicide Squad film show Rick Flag on the beach reacting to the explosions, but you'll notice these shots are careful to not include any other members of Task Force X that James Gunn would be bound to explain as part of the new DC universe. Now, perhaps the biggest DC news from this week is that James Gunn announced that a follow-up film to Superman is coming July 9th, 2027, titled...
Kind of excited about that too. Kind of excited about that. And Patrick got my joke. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Normally Katie's here when I make jokes and stuff like that, so like she'll shoot me an evil look, but she's not here today. She's at work, so you know, when the cat's away, the mouse will play, right? But yeah, Man of Tomorrow, I'm excited about that, especially because it's going to feature a little bit, and I did some research on this. It's going to feature a team up between Lex and Superman, and I think they're going to be teaming up to go against Brainiac from what it seems, and they've had some like concept art leak. So yeah, I think they're going to team up against Brainiac, and we will see how that goes. I'm excited for it. I'll be there to watch it. I'll probably be there opening night for sure. But I am excited to see where they go from here. I want to see the evolution of Superman. I really want to see that. I don't want to see the same Superman that we saw in this last movie be this version of Superman going forward. I hope we get something a little bit different.
Man of Tomorrow. James Gunn said that this will not be Superman 2, and it will not be Superman Man of Tomorrow, but rather just Man of Tomorrow. He announced this with some new art from Jim Lee, who's the head of DC Comics, showing Superman and Lex Luthor wearing his green and purple Lexbot armor. We also saw similar art shared by David Cornsweet on his social media. Social media responses indicated that Isabella Merced, Hawkgirl, and Aaron Pierre, John Stewart, Green Lantern, could also appear in this movie, and other reports are suggesting that in addition to Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, Rachel Brosnahan, Lois Lane, will return to the film, and Jason Momoa as Lobo from Supergirl. The fact that James Gunn announced this right now suggests to me that future episodes of Peacemaker might even set this up, and James Gunn might have just wanted to get ahead of anyone who gets press screeners.
I was going to say that too, because James Gunn has already said that the end of this season, as far as Peacemaker is concerned, is going to feature a bunch of big cameos. So I'm kind of excited to see where they go from here, like who's going to actually show up. And the MCU, they tend to have characters show up in other series, but not like major characters. So like it would be super sick if they had like Superman or Supergirl or Lex like actually show up in Peacemaker too. Like that would be awesome. That would be awesome. So I'm kind of hoping for something like that.
To those 3 episodes who would spill the beans. James Gunn even confirmed that the final 3 episodes of this season of Peacemaker will directly set up Man of Tomorrow. I actually interviewed Judo Master actor Na Lee. The full interview is over on the Break Room channel.
Judo Master, the actor who plays Judo Master cracks me up, man. He's awesome.
Final 3 episodes.
In season 1, we got all of the scripts at one time, and then in season 2, they sort of trickled it in, and then especially with the back 3 episodes, we would get scripts where whole scenes would be redacted.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, it's a need to know only basis.
Interesting.
So even on set, like if you know those people are in certain redacted scenes, like you talk to them, they are nothing. You know, that's how secretive.
So
Dang, it's crazy that they're that secretive about it. But Patrick says Green Lantern, there used to be a movie about me, but we don't talk about it. Yeah, we kind of just that never really happened. Even though that movie was not that bad. I will go to my grave saying that that movie was not that bad. It wasn't good, but it was not as bad as everybody makes it seem. And the suit wasn't that bad. Like, it's kind of cool when you look back on it. They could have done some things maybe now to make it look a little bit more realistic, but yeah, back then they did the best that they could, and I don't think it was that bad. Now the plot of the movie, a little sketchy.
revisiting this one crazy shot in the opening dance number that I'm still trying to figure out how they got two Jennifer Hollands in the same shot without cutting it. One commenter pointed out that when we cut to Cena and Holland holding each other's faces in wide before they slide back away from each other, that Jennifer Holland in that shot might actually be a body double wearing a very convincing Jennifer Holland mask, and it's just sold really well because her downstage arm is outstretched, which along with her hair blocks a lot of her face. Also, some people on TikTok
And then too, she faded away at the end. So like, what are they talking about? That's crazy. That's crazy. Hunter Iggy says, watch stuff with us. What is your thoughts on Sean O'Rourke posted on his YouTube channel saying that Universal, when they bought Warner Brothers Digital to fire James Gunn and David Zaslav? You know what? I don't know. I don't think that they've gotten this far into it to sort of let James Gunn go at this point. I know that rumor has it that Warner Brothers is going to be bought out by Paramount. I think that's what I've been seeing. So yeah, I don't really think that they're going to take a chance with switching things over at this point, but yeah, that'd be kind of shaky, man. Like you've already invested this amount of money into it, this amount of money into James Gunn as well. So it'd be kind of bad, I would think, to completely change the vision after you've gotten people to re-buy into the whole DCU thing. So yeah, I hope they don't go that direction. Saying his YouTube channel that Universal when they bought fire James. Yeah, I don't think that that's gonna happen. I like James Gunn. I like I like his ability to tell team stories and group stories and his building of the group dynamic. I enjoy that about him. Some of his humor and stuff I don't always like. He's a little bit crass at times, kind of hits you over the head with stuff. I think it works in something like Peacemaker because that's what you expect. But some of the comedy beats in Superman wasn't feeling them. It was a little too goofy for me at times. But I can look past some of that because I think that his storytelling is great and the way he brings groups together is great. Patrick says because they want to make more money and be safe. Yeah, I think that they do want to make money, of course, and be more safe. I think that they need to take risks, though. And I think that at least what they're setting up now between the DCU and the MCU is a noticeable difference in tone. They need to have a difference in tone, whether that's going to be ultra realistic or more fantastical, more comic booky, which is what they seem to be leaning into at this point. I'm okay with that. I think that they need to have those sorts of differences so that we can tell that, oh, right off the bat, I can look at this for 2 seconds and know that this is a DCU movie as opposed to a MCU movie, not even knowing the characters. Just looking at the way they talk and the way they interact with the world and the way that it's color graded, the way it looks. So I think those are good things. I hope that they continue to make a difference between the two. But we'll see, I guess. We'll see. And I hope that he hangs around with it. Oh, and for Hunter Iggy, one more time, I got something for you.
What's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
And I know this isn't your first time, so yeah, you get a what's up, buddy. Don't forget that James Gunn says all media will have different tone, and if they fire James Gunn and David Zaslav, bring back Zack Snyder, it will be dark and gritty. Yeah, you know what? I like the Snyder stuff, and I enjoyed it. I like that tone of it, but I think that's why I like the MCU a little bit better. Like the MCU is kind of in between James Gunn's DCU and Zack Snyder's DC universe, whatever it was called. It was like the DCU and the DCEU. That's what his was, extended universe. So yeah, it was like I think Marvel stuff is like a mix in between there. I kind of hope that, like I said before, I hope that there's a difference in their tone. I hope that they keep that separation there because I think that it makes it makes for a more entertaining product if you have those differences in that both. I don't want both things to come off the same. So. Oh, that makes sense. I think it does.
Talk gave me shit for saying that Robert Patrick didn't do the dance moves as Blue Dragon on the video showing the actor doing a lot of the new choreography. I know he did most of it. That's not what I said. I was just saying the specific.
And that choreography is not that hard.
We're probably a stand-in for just that one small part of it. Look, I love Robert Patrick. From
Eager
T2
Mule
to
in the
Sopranos
building.
to
Eager
this.
Mule.
I'm impressed he did any part of this choreography. I wouldn't be able to do as
DCU
much
and
as he
MCU.
did.
Yes,
Stop
yes,
putting
yes,
words in
yes.
my mouth and allow me to
I'm
have a
team
bit of
both.
nuance to these breakdowns, please, for the love of God. Nutley also confirms some
I'm
interesting
team all
details
the
from
U's.
shooting this season 2 opening dance choreography.
And I will say that this title dance opening tells a little bit more about the story. So if you watch close enough, you can sort of suss out general.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it and pay attention.
So
to that.
be aware of that.
I've started to pick up on a bit of that.
And I was gonna say that you can tell the tone in this season is different. Like the tone of the intro is different. It's not as celebratory. It's not as like party time like the other one was. So yeah, that's definitely interesting. I'm gonna have to go back and really analyze it. I would play it on stream right now, but I'll end up getting flagged for it, so I can't do it. So you guys are gonna have to go solo and watch that too.
So it sounds like I was onto something paying attention to the groupings of the characters, but by plot points, based on the way the dance ends, do all of these characters end up dead this season? Episode 2 ended with Chris being drunk on Bud Light, having wandered through the QUC to this alternate dimension to get a proper cell signal to text Harcourt of this universe. Keith wakes him up now, and in addition to the Def Leppard Pour Some Honey on Me poster, all of it spelled correctly here, and a poster for Hanoi Rocks XX, another example of alternate spelling in this alternate universe. Now, in this angle, we can see a poster for Hardcore Megastars, which is an alternate universe version of Hardcore Superstar, our world's Swedish rock band whose song You Can't Kill My Rock and Roll played over the end credits of the Peacemaker Season 1 finale. As Chris pees, he catches up on the text exchange with Amelia of this universe, who says she just wants to be cautious and only just talk when they meet. So Chris has to rush to put on his variant's douchey clothes and realizes his variant was also on a lot of pills.
I'm glad that everybody else recognizes that these clothes are rough, because yeah, they definitely set a different tone for this version of Chris, because man, yeah, these clothes are not it. They are not it.
Justifying Keith's worrying, Keith confirms to Chris that the Kardashians do not exist in this universe, which I'm hoping also means that O.J. Simpson never killed Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman, because it was that trial where O.J.'s dream team included personal friend and attorney Robert Kardashian that I think was the nexus event in our history that made the Kardashian family a household name. Well, that plus...
They are reaching for content if they're even talking about this and referring to this. Like, yo, they could have just left that whole part out. Like, why are you even bringing that up? Like, I rarely disagree with the stuff that we end up watching and reviewing, but like, why did you even bring that part up? Like, nobody needs Kardashian history on this show and this recap right now.
You know, Ray J. After quizzing his brother Keith, Chris finds his variant Peace Cycle, a Harley Davidson with some
digging the
heavy
Peace
artillery
Cycle
mounted on the front and some heavy bass speakers on the back. As he drives through the town, we see the license plate is what we saw a close-up photo of in episode 2 on alternate Chris's phone, Too Dope. Chris gets adoration from all the townspeople.
Peacemaker! Peacemaker, I love you!
Love you too, little man.
Peacemaker, I love you! Peacemaker!
That's a bit much.
Now, one thing to pay very close attention to in this seemingly best dimension ever, the background extras. They're like 99% white. I think the only non-white extra I saw was the hot dog vendor. Now, I know some of you are gonna be like, whoa, dude, why inject politics into this? But that's not what I'm doing here. If you watch shows in 2025 as closely as I do, there is just something odd about this, whatever your personal politics may be. Because nowadays, all major Hollywood productions have just made big efforts to try to diversify the backgrounds of their worlds, to at least try to reflect the racial diversity rates of America. And I know the America of the fictional DCU is not the exact America of our real world, but it is still some version of America with a good and the bad of our America, evidenced by Augie's history as the White Dragon. And James Gunn has been part of this diversification effort. And I'm not here saying he and Hollywood as a whole are currently doing the best job at this, but we can say that the world of Metropolis and Superman certainly reflected a good amount of diversity when it came to the regular citizens on the streets of Metropolis. James Gunn has done this in Peacemaker too, like giving episode 2's funniest joke to this day player.
You got a good view there, Beaker?
Beaker? Who's...
He's a Muppet.
Do I look like him?
A little.
And that's bad?
It's not good.
So when comparing the alternate universe Evergreen to other DCU settings that James Gunn has also populated, the fact that nearly all the residents we see here are white should just feel a bit odd to you, especially when we intercut from that dimension to the normal reality of the DCU, scenes that are driven by Tim Meadows and Danielle Brooks and Sol Rodriguez. So if that really is where Gunn is going with the season, I think it's such a devilish twist to pull on viewers that will force.
Okay, one thing, we only got like 2 minutes before the show comes on HBO Max, but yeah, I don't like this like plot point. Like, I just don't like, I get it, like I feel like they could have done something different. Like, I didn't like that whole plot point of the first season and having the dad who's a separatist leader. Like, it's just, I mean, I get a little fatigued from it, and this is coming from a person of color. So like, I get a little bit fatigued when all that stuff starts happening. And I feel like for this to be like the second season that we're getting this as a big part of the story, like, yo, like, what are we gonna get next season? Like, I really, can we just tell a different story? Can we just tell a different story, please? I don't want anything focusing on race or anything like that. So I'm really hoping that next season we get something. I respect James Gunn for going this route and for doing this, if this is what's happening. But I just wish that we could focus on some other things and we can choose a different beat to tell a story on. And I think that there are other beats available. So I'm hoping that they choose those over this. But yeah, and if it's not actually that, like, it's crazy if it's not actually that, because people are going to be like, well, what the heck was going on then? Because there was definitely a difference between both of them. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that ends up going. But yeah, it looks like it is 8 o'clock now. I am going to check and see if the episode is up. Patrick said they should have made it brighter and more set like in the other reality. Yeah, I think so too. I kind of wish they did. Like I said, I wish it was just a different story point. Wish it was a different story beat. All right, the episode is not up yet. I'm going to refresh one time and see if it shows up since we're past 8. We will continue to wait for the episode to upload online on HBO Max, and then as soon as it's up, we will start watching it. We cannot stream it online. We can't play the audio or anything like that, but you can watch it yourself and like sync up your sound with ours. And watch the episode that way. So I hope that you do so and you can hang out with us while we do it that way. Let me refresh again, see if it's up. Nope, not yet. Still not up. Yeah, I want to see what the title of this episode is. So I don't know what it is yet. But yeah, all my regulars, man, I appreciate you guys for hanging out with us as you guys always do. Please hit that like button while you're over here. I see how many people we got watching now. We should have at least a few more likes. So I would love it if you guys hit that like button, since you guys are my crew. You guys are my people. So if you guys won't represent for the channel, who will? So yes, please hit that like button, because it helps, and it helps us get this channel out to more and more people. So yeah, I'm going to refresh again and see the episode is up yet. Still not. It is 8:01. Here we go, man. Here we go. HBO Max, always late. Maybe they roll it out across different regions at one time. But yeah, I don't know if that's what they do or not. I just heard something go out, so I hope that's not one of my sound or my stream going out. But we shall see. Nope, episode's still not up yet. Huh. Come on. What you got? You guys got a snack, man? I've been snacking a lot on stream as of late. Today I'm rolling with Haribo gummies, man. The special Target mix. Only because they got the pineapple ones in there. The pineapple ones are the best. Those are my favorite. Always been my favorite. So yes, we are still waiting for the episode to go up. What is the problem, man? I need to speed this up. Oh, it is up now. The episode is entitled Need I Say Door. All right, 39 minutes long. Another shorter episode. And I was a little bit nervous about that last time, that the episode was a little bit shorter. But it turned out to be a banger of an episode. So I'm expecting a banger of an episode this go around too. So yeah, I'm going to switch my screens now because I cannot show the show on the stream. So boom. All right, as you can see, I got a timer on the screen. I will start this timer in a second. If there are any recaps or anything like that, I will skip over the recaps and the intro. Like if they have the intro song or any of that. Well, actually, no, I won't skip over the song this time. If they have the intro, like a recap or anything like that, since we just kind of watched the recap, I will skip over that. But after that, I will let it ride and let it play. So let me go ahead and mute the sound for that. And I will ask you guys to sync up with me. So I am starting the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Yeah, whatever that is, I'm skipping it. Episode is now starting. Oh, there's a recap. I am skipping the recap. And looks like the episode's starting with a Chris and his brother recap. Yeah, and his dad too. 35 years ago, man. Okay. Okay. Out hunting somewhere. His dad and that hair, man, looks crazy. I wonder which version of of the universe this is. Is this our Chris's version or the other Chris's version? And since we dealing with all this, like, oh, it's got to be the other version. Wow. Oh my gosh. Shot an alien? What is that thing? Oh. Mm. So yeah, this version of his dad is not good. What is that thing? KRMB, what is going on? What is going on? Says looks like trailer park, but might be the same event in both timelines. Yeah, could be. Could be. Could be. And since we got KRMB in the building, I got something for you.
What's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
Yes, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel. We do this every week for this show. I'm looking at this intro now, trying to see if I can get anything from it, since they said that it kind of like hits the story beats of the actual show a little bit more. Oh man, said just did. Thanks, man. Thank you. And whenever somebody subscribes on this channel, we do a little something. So I got something for you real quick. We dance it out on here. 538, 538, 538, 538, 538. See, I bet you didn't think that you were gonna get a dance. But you totally did. Totally did. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. And whenever we get a subscriber to the channel, we also want to let you know
I don't have friends. I got family.
we got family. And thank you and welcome to the family. Yeah, some of this was saying there was going to be some deaths and stuff, but yeah, some of them definitely don't look like they are going to make it. So yeah, some of the ones from that alternate universe, I'm guessing, are not going to make it because the way they ended that, they definitely don't look look very alive. I did not expect that much of like yeah, most people don't, but you know, we like to be a little bit different. I wish my wife was on here too, but she's out working right now. Usually she's on here and we both dance it out together. But yeah, you know, we like to celebrate our subscribers on this channel, man. And just so you guys know, there aren't a whole bunch of other channels that are going to celebrate you the way we do on here. And no matter if we got 538 subscribers, once we get to 10,000 subscribers, you will see us still dancing and continuing to do that, man, because we really appreciate it. And we appreciate each and every person who hangs out with us, because you could be anywhere else, but you decide to hang out with us. So we appreciate you. Judo Master is one of my favorite characters on here, man. Just his attitude and the Flaming Hots. I feel him on the Flaming Hots. Ginger Cool. Why does he get so mad when he calls him that? Does anybody know? Oh, you from Illinois? We from Illinois. Yes, yes, yes. Represent. Huh. Oh man. Huh. Huh. Oh, you're gonna try to tip them off that they coming. Okay. Okay. Yeah, those are bullet holes, man. So this is where they left us all off at the end of the last episode. Huh. Eagly, what happened? Well, see, and then this goes with the theory that this isn't the same Eagly, because that Eagly would know where his food is at. This Eagly is just eating whatever, and he's getting it out of Chris's refrigerator. And also the other eagle kind of barked at not barked, but it made a sound at, what's her name? I can't think of her name. Dang. Adebayo. And they were thinking that maybe it doesn't like people of color. So that would go along with that theory as well. Autocorrect failed him, yeah, big time. It looks like you are like slightly ahead of me, KRMB. Like you should pause it for like 10 seconds so you can get like right synced up with me. Or not. That's okay. You know, I don't want to control exactly what you're doing. Okay, so this was, I guess, that flashback that we saw in the beginning was from the original Chris's universe as well, because he has this alien tech that he had then. Bologna. Nothing like a good bologna sandwich sometime, man. I'm just hungry. My bad. I love Eagly's walk. Oh, he gonna eat it. He gonna taste it. Yep. Knew it. Knew it. Is my time from the recap? No, my time is like right when the episode actually started. I skipped past the recap, and there was a little preview of some other show that they showed beforehand too. So I skipped past that. Right now, what I'm looking at right now at this second is Judo Master flipping through the forest. So yeah, Judo Master and Chris are fighting right now. That's what I'm looking at. Judo Master over here getting it. Oh. Oh. Pushed him a little bit too hard into the exact right spot, I guess. I feel like Peacemaker should still be dealing with Judo Master. He shouldn't be that good. So does this thing, that thing that he has, it looks like a metal alien purse, is that what opens up a door, I'm guessing? I like Adebayo's fit. I like that. If you are tuning in right now, I am JD and I am watching Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 4. We are about 12 minutes, almost 13 minutes into the episode. If you would like to hang out with us and watch the episode together. Another eagle. The primal eagle. Nope. It's third eye, huh? Why are people always talking? They tell people to go, just go. I'm not asking questions. I'm not answering things. I'm just going. Kung Fu Bulbasaur. Oh. I know. Economos is hilarious, man. I bet you that spit thing comes back at another point where he's gonna spit on somebody. He said, "What kind of grown man spits on another person?" Like, I bet you it comes back up. And the fact that his name is Flurry, not like Fury as in Nick Fury. That's funny to me too. I don't know if anybody else got that or maybe I'm reaching, but that's what I took from that. So yep, it definitely was from this same universe, just something we hadn't seen before. So KRMB, you are correct. Econo goat. Didn't he explain the door stuff to her already? I'm glad he finally telling somebody about this. He should have been telling somebody about this a long time ago. Harry says, "Uh-oh, does he bring Adebayo over into the white room?" Oh, you are probably right. Oh, dude, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Oh, see, now I'm hoping for it now. Oh, man, and that's probably how he's going to figure it out. You know what? You're on to something. I think you're on to something. Good theory. Have you seen this already? No. Can he just put in like some random wrong numbers or something like that? Like, just start putting in wrong numbers. It's not going to open. He could be like, "Oh, I got to get some tools from the truck so I can hack this." Use one of those lights that shows fingerprints. Yeah, right? You think that they would do that and just be done. But then you got to figure out the order. Yep. I think there's plenty of ways to stall. But yeah, I'm guessing he doesn't know. Yeah, he doesn't know any of that stuff. So yeah. If there's a cat stuck in a drawer, you got to check. Got to check. That's rules. They do like George. Yeah, they do. They do. I got a cat too. I don't know where he's at right now. We usually don't let him hang out too much, like all over the place, because he does too much. Like, he's kind of crazy. So is this going to transport them to wherever this is at, as opposed to the doors in the pocket dimension or whatever? Dang. So I guess he just moved the door? Is that how that worked? Yep. Allowed him to transfer the door. Yep. But now where's the door at? Oh, it's probably made this door the door now. Yeah. That's why I had to put in a doorway, I bet. Yep. Yep. This episode has gone fast, man. We're already almost 25 minutes into it. That's what was set up in the first place. Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna need Harcourt to stop like fighting everybody. Toxic masculinity. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna. I just need to know what's gonna change her to a more likable character, or at least a less toxic character. I'm wondering, or is that even her arc? You know. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. What is this all about? Yeah, he is. He is ripped, man. Harcourt is ripped too. Like I was looking at her like, man, she. I know last season she kind of wore a jacket the whole time, but they got her out here flexing this season. Hmm. Take out Chris. Yep. Yep. Knew it. Now I'm hoping that Adebayo goes to the to the other place. Oh my god. Dude, that's great. That is great. Can we go to the weird alien dimension instead of Disney? Yeah, I know. They have to bring back something with that alien too, man. He was great. They showed too much of him in the first like episode for them to not like bring that back at all. while I got folks watching right now, I just want to let you guys know that we'll be back next week to do what's that? Chief of War. The next episode of Chief of War on Tuesday, starting that stream at 8 p.m. Central or Eastern time. We will be back on next Thursday to do the next episode of Peacemaker at the same time, 7:30 p.m. Central time, 8:30 Eastern. And also we will be doing next Wednesday the season premiere of Gen V season 2, 3 episodes worth of a watch party. So we will be on probably around like 5 p.m. Central time for that. Super excited. So if you like those shows, please come back and hang out with us. Yeah, she's going, man. She's going. Mm-hmm. Saudi Prince. Hmm. The land of goodness and light. And he's in the dark dimension. I'm waiting for him to say, "Come with me." Vigilante is my favorite character on the show. Yeah, I don't know what Vigilante's gonna do, but he's my favorite character, man. Love him. Just look at him. Hmm. Wonder how soon before she actually sells him out. Copacetic. Hmm. Yeah, they would have took his phone a long time ago. Hmm. Yikes. I didn't think she was gonna sell him out that quick at least. Look at Economos. He like what's Eagle Hunter about to do, man? Oh wow. Okay, this is what he's about to do. Yikes. Got to get his mojo right, I guess. Oh, yes, his third eye, right? What's he putting in there? Oh, just getting some of the. Ugh. That's kind of gross. Oh, whoa. It's a little too hardcore for me. I could not have seen that tonight, but I like how he commits to the role. Yeah. Yeah, no, fully commits. Fully committed. Yeah, I wonder how he felt when he was getting dressed like that. So is he a super too? Like, what is this stuff? Hmm. So now he knows where Eagly is at. Judo master. Oh, we about to end the episode, aren't we? Dang. The hated squad's conversion. Yeah. Oh, big time. Big time. All the worst people in the wrong place. Dang, man. Ending the episode. Wow. That's crazy. Like they've had 2 straight episodes where they've ended on like a cliffhanger almost, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. Good episode though. Good episode. Just like the last one was a good one too. Man. All right. So what did everybody think? What did everybody think? If I had to give it a rating, I give this one a solid 3.5. 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 out of 5. I think that's my classic rating for almost everything. This is slightly better than average. I mean, I think there wasn't quite enough action, but I mean, you can't. This one set up plot, still a great episode. Set up plot. I don't like that it's another cliffhanger that they left us with. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this goes moving forward. Let me see if I can find another recap. I don't know if anybody uploaded the recap yet, but let's see. Oh, there's a post credit. Oh man. Okay, hold on. Let me start it back up then. Let me start it back up. Oh yeah, it's post credit. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm almost there. Good looking, KR. Good looking out. Good looking out. Okay, so we're going back to the eagle dropping scene. Ah, that's funny, man. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. All right, let me jump back over here. Yeah, KR, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Really appreciate you. So yeah, let me see if I can find a review and I'll use that to discuss the episode just a little bit. Sometimes we get them uploaded quick, but I don't know about today. Yes. We got one up. I don't know any of these channels though. New Rockstars doesn't have theirs up yet. I'll give them another 2 minutes and see if somebody can upload their episode recap. Cause yeah, I got a feeling I might have to use one of these if they're not uploaded in time. I might have to use this one. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah. KR, what did you think of the episode? Let me know what you thought. Let me open this one and save it just in case. Just in case. Okay, I'm going to save that. Let me see if anybody else has theirs up yet. Oh, my man Steve Arley got his up. All right, we going with Steve. Sorry for that, Mr. Movie Files, whoever you are. But my man Steve Farley is this is one of my favorite channels. I love this dude. Like, great recaps. Started watching him when we used to watch The Handmaid's Tale. He would always come on like right after the episode was over with and do like recaps. So yeah, we'll definitely watch his and use that as a little bit of a jumping off point for our discussion moving forward. Let me get this off of mute so everybody else can hear. But yeah, let's go ahead and watch.
Okay, everybody, this is my spoiler review of Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 4. Make sure to hit that sub button so you don't miss one of my reviews of Peacemaker. I'm
Gotta
also
give him a
reviewing
like.
Task, which is also on
I'll
HBO
subscribe
as
on this
well. It's a
too.
really good show, so make sure to dive into that. And please follow me at Steve Varley Show on Instagram. You'll see my movie reviews there. I do giveaways there
KR
as well.
says
It's a really
good,
fun
but
time.
another
I do
cliffhanger,
reels
like
to
you
help
said. We got
followers there,
another
so
4
please
episodes, so plenty
make sure
of
to
good
give it a follow.
content left.
So
Yeah,
this episode
agreed.
starts with
Agreed.
another flashback, and it's
Agreed.
35 years ago. So we're seeing Peacemaker with his dad and his brother Keith, and they are hunting. This is where we see his dad shot an alien creature in the head. But what's important is there's a little device there that's going to be important in this episode, and it's also the door to this portal that the dad always used.
Yeah, the purse
and
thing.
character-wise, we see how he was physically abusive to Keith. I wish we got maybe one more flashback in this episode of this group. It felt kind of odd. It was just like a second. We see no repercussions of him killing this alien. They get the device. It's there to show you how he found it, but that's it. So it's a little weird that they do some of these flashbacks where we get like a little tidbit but nothing else. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that because it kind of gets your head set there for the episode and then disappears. Now, in the main timeline, we get to where there was this big cliffhanger where everybody's coming to Peacemaker's house. On the way, I love that Economos rats out Flurry to Bordeaux about making faces about her on the phone. I thought that was really funny. And you see how Peacemaker is slowly trying to figure out what happened when he was gone, how there's bullet holes in his ceiling, and he really has no idea that Eagly took care of his house and protected it and took down Argus. But Economos is able to get Peacemaker a text just in time to get out of the house. Economos is then paired with Eagle Hunter in finding Peacemaker and the Eagle. And
Katie Joe in the building. What's going on, baby? What's going on, baby? Got something for you.
What's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
I love that they give the Eagle still the feeling of like a pet dog, and he grabs the device we saw in the flashback. Now Judo Master goes after Peacemaker, and I love he ridiculously just keeps flipping on his way to get him, but Peacemaker's able to keep him away from him and away from the device. And when Eagle Hunter's about to get Eagly and has his eye on him, Economos pushes him. Economos knocked him out, which is actually really important because this is how he didn't realize what actually happened to him. And
Miss you
the
too.
Commonwealth
Miss
is
you
able
too.
to convince Eagle Hunter
KR
that
says, I would
another
not want to
eagle
be Judo
pushed him,
Master's
but
coach.
Eagle Hunter's
I know,
somehow
all
to
them
connect
flaming
the
hots,
dots that
man.
this must
It's so
mean
funny. I always
that
laugh
this
because
eagle is
when I
another
was younger
eagle
in,
that
in
would
high
be working
school,
under him.
all we
Meanwhile, we
ate,
get a
like
glimpse
pretty
into
much
what's
every
up
day
with
was like a
Leota.
bag of flaming
She's
hots with
putting
like
her
nacho
security
cheese sauce on it.
counseling
So maybe that explains
advertisement
why
in this Good
I look the
Soldier
way I am
magazine.
right now. You know, a
She's
little
all
pleasantly
excited
plump.
about the payoff
But
here later on. Is
yeah, no, that was
Peacemaker
wild.
Hunter
His
agrees
colon
this
ain't feeling right.
magazine's a
I'm
scam,
sure.
even
I'm
advertising
sure.
it. But Peacemaker pings his location to Leota. He lets her in on what he found, this better world, and it has his dad in it that loves him, and his brother Keith is alive, that they're heroes together, the top trio. I saw this big theory online, everyone's saying, and I really think it's probably accurate, that this other world is this world where it's racist and it's run by Nazis, because people point out there was no black people, not even in the extras, and that you see that the dad, we know what he's like, that this dad is very successful in this world. And I feel like they're setting up that Leota's going to be the one to go with Peacemaker next time he goes into this world, and that she's going to be the one who notices this right away.
He
Now,
subscribes
they
to
get
the
the
KR
shot.
theory.
I love the little line in the film here. Leota says, "There's spiders everywhere. Adrian would love this." But I wish when Adrian showed up later, they actually had a punchline to it where
Yeah.
Adrian
Ooh, spiders.
acknowledges the spiders, but they didn't, which I thought
Yeah,
was
he
weird.
should have.
Now, Peacemaker is using this device to move the door away from his house. Where the episode struggled for me a lot was having Economos.
Yeah, you
stalling
probably
in
should
the
go,
door. It was
Katie.
dragged. It's very tropey.
Love you. I'll see you
It's
soon.
very annoying now at this point how much Economos has gotten away with, how stupid these Argus agents have been. Yes, they keep bringing up he's talented and that's valuable for them, but to the point where it's like, how valuable? Because he's obviously not trustworthy at this point. All the signs he's given them. So that part of it's kind of getting old and stale, not really working for me. I mean, this guy is clearly screwing your operation. And Peacemaker's able to move the door in time. Now, Rick Flag learns the operation fails. So I'm happy we see Rick Flag again. I feel like it's been due we see him again and get this going. So because he sees the operation fails, he wants to see Harcourt, who is still brawling at these bars. Now you see he's constantly reminding her to call him Rick. It's like she's trying to keep a barrier of any kind of way that she's close to the Flags because of what happened to Rick Flag Jr. There's still probably guilt there about even being friends with Peacemaker. Now, Rick Flag will
Yeah, she's got a lot of baggage, man. She got a lot of baggage that she need to work through somehow, some way.
But you see that she brings up how Peacemaker was just following orders from Waller. But he's like, well, I've defied her orders before when she went too far. So this is going to mess with Harcourt's head if that was a justification she had for understanding what Peacemaker did. Because remember, we learned in the flashback she was sleeping with Rick Flag Jr. and they were very close. Now, Rick Flag Sr. will tell her she's been black booked. Waller did it on her way out the door. I mean, that writing's a little wonky too, because it's like she's fired, she's been exposed to be corrupt, but before she goes, they're going to take orders from Waller to who she wants to get rid of, which I thought was ridiculous.
Yeah,
But
no,
you
I
see
agree with that. That don't really
Harcourt
make too
can't
much
be
sense.
hired by any intelligence agencies, and that he says she needed someone to blame for her daughter's actions in Leota outing her. So Harcourt is broke here, she's jobless. So the deal Flag offers her is, you bring us Peacemaker, I can get you in good graces with the U.S. government again. So this is an interesting turn of events, and it's good to see some involvement here in making Harcourt's story and Rick Flag's story more interesting and get Rick Flag more involved. I think it's going to really help, because right now the antagonists have just been kind of silly and just falling into everything Economist is doing and fooling them. So it's good to have someone who's a little smarter on the case here.
Says
And
going
even
back
right
to your
away,
high
you see
school
he tells them
dietary
to take
habits, that man
Economist's
is in
phone.
his
Meanwhile,
30s
with
at
Peacemaker in
least.
the open, Peacemaker also reveals
Yeah,
to
man.
her
I'm
that he
actually
killed his other
about
self
to
inside
turn
the dimension.
44,
She's like,
man.
"What the
About to
heck?"
turn
And he brings up that
44.
his
So yeah,
other self was in
I'm
a relationship with
definitely
Harcourt, but she makes a point
you
that,
know,
what if it's not
a
another
child
dimension?
of
What if
the
it's a world that
late
messes with
90s
your
in
mind
high school.
and
So
gives you
yeah, it
whatever
was
you wanted, but none of it's
we
real?
definitely
So,
weren't on the
like I
best
talked about in my
nutrition
previous review, that it's
the
filmed
best
like it's like a
nutrition
dream
set.
state
Or
for him, and everything's
we
perfect for
we
him.
definitely
So
weren't
this could
following
be another
the
theory,
nutrition
too,
standards that they
maybe it
have
isn't
today
a
for
racist
sure.
world, and that it's actually just this world that he's being influenced
Crazy
by
though, I
some
was in like
villain
peak physical
to make him
condition. It's
see
crazy.
what he likes, or some villain
Now I
created
eat
this
that, it's
for his
like, oh, I'm gonna
dimension.
be in the
Now,
bathroom
he
for 2
tells
days.
Leota he wants to go back there. His brother's there. He owes Amelia Harcourt an explanation about exploring a relationship possibly. And then the best line, he's like talking about how bad the style is of the other Peacemaker. He's like, look what I'm wearing. It looks like a Saudi prince vomited his dining room all over me. That was great. But Leota's like, this is where God put you. You belong here. So I guess God is officially canon in the DC.
Yeah, I thought that reference was a little bit odd too.
He thinks he's in the wrong dimension. This is the dark one. He's like, why is this other Peacemaker get this light dimension where everything goes right? His brother's alive, his father loves him, and he's a hero. But Leota's like, it just doesn't feel right. Almost like it's too good to be true. Now I love when Adrian comes in though, and he's like, Peacemaker. He goes, oh, hey, Ad. So it's so funny that he's always so excited that like it's just him and Peacemaker. Like he's the best friend, but then he's like, oh, okay, like someone else is here before him. Now Peacemaker texts Harcourt that they need to meet. You see the conflict on her face.
Yeah, Vigilante is my favorite.
Right now we're seeing she sells him out to Rick and is luring him into a trap. But there's definitely something here we're not seeing with Harcourt. I don't think she's doing this totally. I think there's something they're not showing us off screen. Now, meanwhile, Eagle Hunter's doing a ritual, and seeing Michael Rooker do this is really funny. He's able to fly, though, and track Eagly to the shack. So he does have some powers here.
Yeah, Michael Rooker is great in this, man.
Now we see
great
Hero
in
Master's
this.
still alive. He gets up, and Peacemaker's about to walk into this trap set by Rick Flag. What's really annoying about this ending is it feels like the exact same cliffhanger of last week. It's Peacemaker running into a trap, and something's about to happen with the antagonist. So it feels very circular. So it feels like we just ended where we began. Frustrating. So overall, this is, again, a drop down in quality for me these last two episodes. These last two episodes of Peacemaker have been my least favorite of the show in general. So I hope episode 5 really gets things going and picks us up and gets the group together. Something that just feels better of a dynamic and getting you more engaged. So overall, I'm going to give this episode a 6.9. I thought some of the humor was good, but like I said,
rating
the
from him.
most stalling wasn't great, and everything going on with Peacemaker and Leota is okay, but it just feels like right now we're in a loop and it's dragging its feet a bit. So not.
Yeah, I don't know if I would give it a rating of that low. I think it was a little bit above average. Yes. Yeah, a little bit above average. I definitely want to see more. I'm hoping that they're building us up into a bigger sort of finale as we get closer and closer to the end. But speaking of getting closer to the end, we are at the end of this episode of Watch Stuff With Us, man. I just want to say big shout out to KRMB for hanging out tonight. I got something for you. Big shout out. Big shout out. Much appreciated. Appreciate all your comments, all your commentary, predicting things that happened in the show before they happen. So yeah, you are welcome back here anytime. Big shout out to Patrick Wheeler, who always hangs out with us on these streams. Who else did we have? We had Hunter Iggy stop by. Eager Mule stopped by for a little bit, man. I'm super appreciative. And of course, Katie popped by for a little bit too. I'm just super appreciative to hang out with everyone who comes out in the show. And KR says, oh, have fun, bonuses. See, but you got it over with. You subscribe, you got the dance out of me, so you won't be getting that anymore unless you decide to like tell me that you unsubscribe, and then for whatever reason you want to see it another day. Like, see, it don't really work like that. So yeah, we're not gonna do that. But yeah, I really appreciate everybody who ends up hanging out with us on this channel, man. Like, it's so tough in these YouTube streets. And when you are a young and, upstart channel, like, I won't even say young, like, we've been doing this like straight for a year now. Like, we have not missed an episode of any of the shows that we've been covering for over a year. We drop content Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Central Time, like every Monday through Friday, like each and every one. So please go check those out. We do trailer reviews for the most part, for movies, for TV shows, for games. We just started getting into games and doing reviews for those. We also do watch parties for a bunch of different shows. But yeah, if you're just tuning in for the first time, we will be back next week at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for episode 5 of Peacemaker and the watch party for that. If you come over on Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be on for Chief of War, the first season of that, which is a Jason Momoa show on Apple TV+. We are on for that. And we usually start those at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And we go over the most recent episode of that series. I think we're on episode like 7 or 8 now on that. And then we will be back next Wednesday at probably 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time to do the 3-episode premiere of Gen V Season 2. Super hyped about that. So if you're a fan of that show, please come by and hang out. If you're not able to come by live, be sure to watch the replay because those will always be up as soon as we are finished streaming. So yeah, just want to say I appreciate and give much love to each and every person who has come by on the stream today. I ask you always to don't be a stranger. If you like the show, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment below, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified each and every time we go live in 2025. So we will see you when we see you. And yeah, KR, yeah, Gen V2. Yeah, I know, man. Chief of War is great. See, you like all the same shows we like. I'm expecting to see you there next time. That's a demand. That is a demand, gosh darn it. This is the PG-13 channel, so I do not curse. But oh man, it looks like we got another subscriber. I was just about to end, but since we got another subscriber, I guess gotta dance it out, gotta dance it out, gotta dance it out, gotta dance it out. Old man Cabbage Patch action right here. 539, 539, 539, 539, 539. Much love to whoever you are that is our 539th subscriber. If you want to jump in the chat real quick and say what's up, I would appreciate it if you did that. If not, I just want you to know
I don't have friends. I got family.
Welcome to the family number 539. So yeah, just so you know, we appreciate each and every subscriber to the channel. And unless we get another subscriber or somebody else decides that they want to chat, I'm going to go ahead and shut things down. But yeah, man, I just really appreciate everybody for coming through. It's a lot to get people to subscribe to a channel that doesn't have a ton of viewers, doesn't have a ton of subscribers. Like once we get to that, 10,000 subs and we got, 800 people in the chat, like it'll be real easy to get the subscribers coming in at that point. But up until that point, we're gonna struggle stream just a little bit, but I appreciate each and every person. Patrick, yes sir, nice sir. I appreciate you for coming by as always, man. Moderator extraordinaire. It's easier said than done. So or I should say easy for me to say since I can't really talk. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming through. Please don't be strangers. If you see us online, come by and say what up. But yeah, until then, I will see you when I see you. Peace.